had 20 minutes or so minutes going, and the next thing you know, wham, YouTube decides to drop me. I don't know. It's been an issue lately, here of late. That's one of the reasons why I wasn't on yesterday. So we're going to start back. We're bringing it back up. Try it again. So welcome back to Rustic Acres. I'm CallMeBigPoppaC. I go by just BigPoppaC to everybody that knows me. 54 years old, gonna be 55. I'm a gamer. I like to play mainly Farming Simulator, and I'm looking forward to when the new one comes out too. So here we go. We're starting back again. We're gonna tab back into our tractor. That's where we were. Trying to get this field plowed up. We had a worker on this field and he missed. So we're going to get it all taken care of. It's been plowed, looks like. I don't see anything missing there. To the next field. Next field lined up. Glad you could join me today. We're live about 20 minutes ago until YouTube decided to crash and kick me off. But we're back again. We're back up, back running. Getting our fields harvested and plowed, and then we're going to re-sow them. What, I don't know what we're going to sow, but we'll find out in a minute. I just jumped out of there like crazy. That. And down here this side of the field, let him go so he can move himself in the middle. We don't have any issues with him not wanting to move or do anything because the trees are in the way. Start the old fin back up. Take off and finish our lineman. I think the one field we got over here, the big field, just needs a line. If we can get by with this line, that'd be fine. I like this mod. It's pretty good. It holds 30,000 liters. It has a pretty good spread width as far as fertilizing lime goes. Drawback for me is that well, for a worker, it tends to miss a few spots here and there, but that's okay. It's no big deal. Things that we can take care of, aren't, if we have to. I don't mind having to touch up where the workers miss, as long as he doesn't miss a big, huge gap or doesn't go driving off to Calcutta or Timbuktu. If for some reason we crash back down again, don't worry, I'll come back. It's just we're having a little bit of issue with YouTube not wanting to hold its course, keeping us up. I don't know what the problem is. Of course, we're also having some problems with our cable and internet provider, and they're due out tomorrow to help us repair that. If you were here the last time, we started out with a white tractor, a tipper trailer. We rented the Tucano by class to do our fields. I went back and borrowed some money. We've placed a few things that I like having game, like a multi-fruit silo, a fuel tank, storage area by Missy B. The Missy B liquid fertilizer herbicide storage tank, and the seed and fertilize buy point by CNS and Marie. Alright, that's got that one. Let's see, our big field is down here. Get him off plowing. Got him off plowing. We gotta get over here and get this taken care of. Let's see, that one's not our field. Let's go down here. I was going to buy that field, but it's got sugar beet in home field. I don't feel like doing a big old sugar beet harvest just yet. I'm thinking this field needs to be limed. Let's look back at our map. Yeah, I think it needs to be limed. Nothing in it. Okay. This should do the trick. Let's get headlands up here for him to turn around on. Feel the weight and the physics of this thing when you got 30,000 liters or 20,000 liters in it, especially if it's a 280 horsepower tractor, which this is. May put soybean in this field here. Get some soybean underway. Let's see if that's changing any of our soil composition down. Yeah, it's okay. It's working. Got a worker over on it's like field 1, almost done. I'll get back over there and do that one. Let's see what is in this field down here. Is that canola? It's canola, I think. Yeah, it's canola. soybean in this field. Those two smaller fields, we may go back with, let me put barley in those. So we've got canola over here. This field here has got, it looks like sunflowers. We'll have to get a sunflower header. I'm waiting on that to grow. And that's a grass field, so it's no big deal. He should have enough there. I'm hoping there's enough in the back of that for him to finish that off. Walk through the pond, jump the fence. Let's get back over to our other tractor. What we're going to do is we're going to lease the early riser. He's lime spreading. Oh. Get it full of seed right now because that's a bigger field. Smaller fields here later on. Make our way back to the shop. I'm hoping that grass grows. It doesn't look like it's going. There's enough there to mow. You know, it says it can be mowed. Let me do that. Here in a little bit, we're gonna mower, at least a mower. Get it going. Jump over to the in one of these fields. We'll probably do a sugar beet harvest. Not in a little while, but not right about now. All right, let's go here and look for the early riser. There she is. Lease it. Come on. I got one up in the store. That's weird. Well, just a little bit off to the right. I'm off to the left a little bit. Come on. I know I'm there. Off to the off a little bit. All right. Now we're cooking with gas. Let's go get this thing filled up. tractor we started off with the white. The white tractor that came out the other day, mod-wise, it's 202 horsepower. That's when we configured it. It would not pull that lizard plow, so I had to take it back. I needed something that's going to pull that plow. I mean, I could go for a bigger plow, and I'm probably going to go for a bigger plow eventually. Make life a little easier. But for right now, we got the 6 meter. Nice placement there. That's nice. Let's see if there is a crop in here. It's saying there is, but it's not. Yeah, it's in there. It's growing. It needs to be fertilized again. I need to get down here and fertilize it. Let's find out where our worker is in relation to us. Tab over to it and see where he's at. He's almost there. I don't think he's going to make it though. We need to probably go get some more lime. Get some more lime. It's not bad. We got most of this field done with what we had left in the spreader from the previous field, so that's not too bad. I mean, 30,000 liters, and this thing doesn't really kick it out too awfully fast. Get a little more bang for our dollar there, I guess you could say. Not just in the purchasing of it, but also the spreading of it. It's not wasting a lunch. Yeah, let's run down back to the farm, get some more. Not gonna need much. Probably about what, 3,000 liters maybe. finish up that field. And we'll come back. Okay. Learn something new. This should finish this out. Tab over to our tractor. Get him going. Back a little bit so you can see what we're doing. That thing, man, I love it. 12 meters. I love that high-pitched whine of the PTOs and the blowers. Wonderful. Oh, come on now. All right. Working. And do the little headlands down here so he can have some, when we put a worker on it, he can have some room to turn around in. looks like he's about done. Alright, got this field finally lined. Bring it to sow with soybean. I'm gonna get him go, turn him loose here in a minute, and work her loose here in a minute, and let him take off. Just get a headlands cut in here, so we're gonna do one more pass back up. Enough room on this and to turn around with a worker. And then we'll go down opposite end, do another strip down on the opposite end, and that should give us enough room. And bring that back down here and do a cut down there on the lower end. At least one strip, that way there's a border edge and he doesn't have to go run off into the trees or the roadside and have a problem. Make life a little easier for our worker. And I want to move on to finishing up field 1 on lime, and then I want to move over here to our adjacent field that has the I believe it's got does that got canola in it too? I guess it does. No, I'm looking at the wrong field, am I? No, I'm not. I'm looking at the right field. I'm looking at the right field. It's going to need fertilizer. This one we need fertilizing too. At least one treatment. Fertilize. This pass and then one more pass on the other end, and then we'll turn the worker loose, get him going. Speaking of which, let me get him out of the way. Yeah, we got enough lime there to do field 1. That should run us out, and then what we'll do is we'll come back and fertilize our canola field. That's it. It's field 40. Good, getting some soybean put in. That's good. That's usually the cash crop around here. And these two, they're close. I don't know if they're ready yet or not. Oh, they are ready. 2 and 5 are ready. Okay, it's like oats and barley. Okay, one more pass up, and then we'll turn our worker loose and go finish up our lineman. That should give him enough room to turn around it without trees and collisions coming into play. enough seed to do this field. I still think it will be. Sometimes I'll lay down fertilizer, other times as I sow, other times I'll just do it like this and come back and fertilize it after the sowing job is done. Alright, let's turn our worker loose. Let him go. Get down here and get our lime spreader and go spread some lime on field 1. Then we'll fill up with some fertilizer and come back over at 40 and do our number 40 field. We need to get the old Tucano harvester going again. Harvest those last 2 remaining fields and start getting them prepped. This will be enough lime to do this field. Hear that daggone early riser all the way down here. You can hear it winding up. That's wild. Got it lined. Drop off this remaining little few hundred liters we have left over and get some fertilizer in the tank. R2 triangle. That should be right beside us. Yep. 30,000 liters cost us in fertilizer. Oh yeah, you couldn't buy it any cheaper than that. That's cheap. And you look at that right there, and you look at this for what fertilizer goes for. Right there, that's 2,000. You know, we just paid a little over 2,000 for 30,000 liters. Right there, you're only getting listed, you know, about 2,100 liters for that. Yeah, that's 30. That was 30,000 liters for $2,000. That was cheaper. Way cheaper. And well worth it. So we're saving money on going that route. I'm gonna look at that placement area. I'm gonna look into that, see how much that costs. That'd be nice to put some more stuff on. Let's get up here and fertilize old 40 while our worker is doing that on sowing job. Should be the final fertilization this field needs, so we should get some maximum yield as far as the crop goes, hopefully. Ooh, a little bit of drawback and lag on that sucker now. I don't know if it's the trees doing it on this map. Sometimes mods can do it, but I don't know if it's the... I think it's a tree. We need to mow some trees down. Then we can do some lumber work. Grass around the edges, we can do some grass mowing. Maybe looking at getting leasing the mower and doing some grass. Is that grass? I guess it is ready to mow. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's still a little short. This says, yeah, look at that. That's the trees. That's the trees. There's too many trees on this map. We'll have to do some lumber work to get rid of some of this lag in here. Well, this said needed an extra thing of fertilizer. It was only 50% fertilized. And I went to try to hire a worker. It wouldn't let me hire a worker. Got her done, huh? Oh, that's good. Well, you haven't missed much. We're fertilizing field 40, which needed another thing of fertilizer. For some reason, it wouldn't let me hire a worker. I have to do it manually. Got a worker over on, I don't know that field number. He's doing soybean. That field needed lime. There, Mr. Ben. Other two fields were lime and needing fertilizer and cultivation. Of course, I don't really have to cultivate if I'm using that early riser. That early riser is a case early riser planter seeder is a direct drill. Yeah, see, I notice that stutter right there, that little bit of lag there. It has to be the trees. I don't think it's the mods causing that. Of course, it could be my YouTube connection too. That's another thing. That's one of the issues we've been having here lately. Connecting to YouTube, my YouTube doesn't stay constant. And it's not, I don't know if it has to do with them or it's my internet provider. But that's one of the reasons why I wasn't on yesterday. They've been working on trying to get us from megabyte speed, which we've got the highest package they offer, to gigabyte speed, which I'm looking forward to when it gets here. They're in the area, so that they're working on it. As a matter of fact, they're coming to the house tomorrow in the morning early, by the time I have breakfast, to sort out why my cable TV has not been working for a week. I know one thing, this thing, even when it comes to the line, this spreader, it doesn't eat through it. I'll probably have to, if I have to lime another field, I'll probably have to dump out 65% of this back on the ground into pallets. Look over here at my laptop, Mr. Ben's. I'll set something else that I can not see it, so I'm going to pause for a second. Take a little look here and see. This one is the final. It was showing. See, it was showing like next to the final stage. I'm doing the final stage right now. And I hit the worker button, and it balked. It stopped. It wouldn't do it. So I don't know if that's an issue with the map itself, or if it's an issue with this modded fertilizer spreader. I haven't had any problems yet. I've used it on Spectacle Island, and using it on. I'm getting ready to use it on Valley of the Old Farm. I've been using, I'll show you here in a second, look at this last little part down right here. I've been using this one, which is 20,000 liters, and I like it pretty well. The only reason why I went for this mod, because it's cheaper as far as price goes. Slot count wise, it's pretty much that one's 8, and this one here is 11, I believe. That 20,000 liter one, it doesn't eat through the fertilizer or the lime either. But the bad thing about it is you're driving down the road with a load on, and you're at high speed, like say doing 30 miles an hour, you'll start fishtailing. finger off the gas too much. All right, there's that field. There's that field done. Go over and do 1 and 3. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's a possibility. The growth stage may have been playing a part of that too. Oh, I don't know if you know about this thing about that mod, but you got a rear view camera. It throws me off when I'm trying to tab around from first person to third person. Gets me a little seasick. I'm going to tab over to him real quick and see how much seed we got. Oh, plenty of seed. Okay, plenty of seed. I'm making sure that we had enough there to finish this field out. Physics-wise, for console, you can feel the weight in this thing, the way it slows the tractor down. You feel like you're carrying 30,000, 20,000 liters. While you were gone enjoying your dinner, we had a lime. This field that we're on now, we're fertilizing now and planting. Just needed lime, and we limed it and came back and decided to use rent the old early riser, which knocked the money down some. Just leasing that thing is expensive too. It's like leasing a cotton harvester. See what Mr. Ben said here. Yeah, I forgot to do so at the beginning of this video. I'll do it next time around. I forgot to turn down my... I forgot to turn it down. That was my fault. I remember you telling me that before, because I was getting that kind of lag around the Valley of the Old Farm. I didn't know if it was the tractors or the chickens, or I didn't know it had to do anything with the resolution. Might be causing the problem. I do have this thing turned up. I need to turn it down beforehand. If I go to do it now, I'll lose you guys. I'll lose the stream and all that good stuff. Around the tree. Yeehaw. This little modded fertilizer sprayer, I love it. Only drawback to it, worker-wise, sometimes he misses a few spots, but as I mentioned earlier, I don't mind going back and clean up a little spot here and there if they miss. When it comes to plowing, if I see a red spot, or fertilizing, I see a spot that needs to be fertilized or limed or whatever, especially when it comes to hire worker, I am OCD. That spot, everything has to be perfect. Excuse me, on this field. It's in my mind for some reason like that, and I don't know why I'm like that, but that's just what I am. It's got to be just right, otherwise I'm not happy. like our Mr. Worker is getting close to being done with the sowing of this field. I gotta look at that lease again. I know what I leased that thing for. I swear we had this little over $200,000. I leased that and it dropped to like 180. And I'm thinking if that thing is leased for 24, 30,000, that's about as much as it costs to lease a John Deere cotton harvester. What did it cost me to lease that? Yeah, yeah, it did cost some money. It's expensive to buy, expensive to lease. That's ridiculous. That is wild. Excuse me for coughing. Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I haven't done my Let's Play series on Valley. The last one I did was episode 18. I just got the crops harvested off the field, going into early winter, and I had that big old mess up where I was trying to erase a video that wasn't rendering, and I knocked out a third of the first episodes. Like I think I got left with 13, no, episode 12 all the way to 18, and that got me a little frustrated and mad. I thought, I want to take a break from it. And I've done 4 episodes on Bucks County, PA, and I've been working on over the last couple of weeks on episode 5. I just got to the point where I got frustrated and mad, and I'm like, I'm going to take a break and get away from it. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to do something I did enjoy, which is back to live streaming. I did that with No Man's Land. I need to get back to my Let's Plays too, because I have some, my viewership stays around, as far as subscribers, stays around 74, but I've lost 2 and gained 2 and lost 2 and gained 2. It's just, I don't know, because I guess I'm inconsistent, but it's like I said, I never got into this for the money game or trying to make money at it or living at it. If it ever comes to that, yay, hoo-hoo, I got myself lucky and blessed, but I kind of did all this YouTube and stuff on a dare. Farmer Pierce dared me to do it in a way, and the reason why he did that was I like to tell stories. I like to talk about when I was a kid growing up and doing farming with my grandfather and my dad, and plus the times working on the dairy farm and times serving in the Navy, all that stuff. So he said, you're long-winded, you like to tell stories, I dare you to get on there and do it. Get you a PS4 and do it, because the Xbox was so hard. You had to get a USB stick and do all that stuff, because they don't give you the hour that PS4 gives you to record. But so that's mainly the one reason why I'm here. I did it on a dare, and I started to enjoy it, and I thought it was fun, and I started getting subscribers and people who were really watching and paying attention and commenting like you and other people, and then I was like, I'm gonna stick with this just for the old kicks and giggles out of it. I'll wait till he's done, finish this last bit. We'll head back over here and do our smaller fields while he's still finishing up. Right here up on the hill and be right here at the field I need to be at. Yep. Okay. That's what I'll do. I'll comment. Oh, thank you. You know, I get viewers that come in here and just view and don't say anything. I do want to, you know, hopefully one day the ones that do come in and watch and don't say anything do say something, because I mean, I'm not going to take your head off if you ask me a question. Hang on just 1 second there, Farmer Ben. I can see some of that. Mama A's got this little knick-knack sitting in the corner of the TV. If the corner of the TV wasn't blocked, I can see everything you say, and I have to look at my laptop because it's perfectly clear. Let me look at what you say. Look at my laptop. Bring my laptop closer to me so I can see what you're saying. I don't want to make a derogatory comment. That they are a little bit smaller than our, well, I would say parking lots that we, or mobile parking lots that we have. Yeah, they're a little bit smaller, but hey, man, they do the same job. They do the same difficult job. I can't, you know, you gotta think about these guys on the air, and these men and women on the aircraft carriers. Like on a U.S. carrier, you've got anywhere between 2,000 and 2,500 men or more, men and women, cramped into tiny spaces. You barely have any space to sleep in or move. The only people that have the nice digs or the nice quarters are the officers and the seniors and the junior officers. It's the rest of us that have to suffer as far as sleeping and living goes. I mean, but as far as ideal, you know, food wise and entertainment wise, and they you know, Navy does everybody right. Royal Navy, the carriers may be a little bit smaller, but they still do that same difficult job. Still put their lives in harm's way 24/7. They wanted me when I was in the Navy to train as a nuclear technician, which means I'd be running the nuclear plant of a sailing vessel. But they want to put me on subs, and I wasn't too keen on being underwater for 3 months out, 3 to 4 months out every year. I didn't mind going on an aircraft carrier or something like that. That didn't bother me any, but I have a claustrophobic nature anyway. Oh, I trained as a boiler technician back when we still had big boilers on ships, and then I cross-trained after that into engineering. And basically, if you're the fan of the Star Trek, I was basically Mr. Scotty or Mr. Scotty's crew. Let's put it that way. I kept the ship going. And the last ship that I served on was which is known as an Arleigh Burke class, or it's closer to a Perry class vessel. It's a anti-submarine warfare ship. Matter of fact, the last ship that I served on made it into film. It made it on the Hunt for Red October. It was in that movie. It was the Reuben James, USS Reuben James. That was what last ship I was on. We basically hunted down submarines for a living. Had I had a chance to get on a carrier, I'd love to have gotten on a carrier. he miss spots sowing? Or did he get those spots? He missed spots. Uh-oh. Should have fired him. Stop there. He missed a couple of spots. And that drives me nuts. I don't have to do that. The spots he missed, I know he missed. Yeah, it was pretty. It was a. I wish I had stayed in. I came out after a tour. I had a chance to re-up, but I was married at the time. To my first, my only ex-wife, and she wanted me to come back home. I should have not listened. I should have stayed where I was at. Let's see if he got that at all. I don't see any spots missing on it. Making sure he didn't miss any spots. For the next go around. And she wanted me home, so I came home after doing about 8. I should have stayed in, because if I'd stayed in, I'd have been retired as of I'd had 22 years in it had I stayed in. And retired back in my retirement would have been in 2010. I'd been 20. That would have been almost 22 years if I had stayed in. But she wanted me home. I came home. The marriage lasted about another year and a half after that. That was it. It was over with. You know. I guess she got so used to me being gone that she didn't want me home like she thought she did, which is no problem, no big deal. I understand, things happen. Depart and leave as amicably as you came in, if you can. Yeah, I know. It is funny. Alright, there's that one with this first little application of fertilizer. We've got soybeans in it. Let me run up here to the top of the field. I'll make sure I didn't miss anything up here. I thought there for a second I might have missed a strip. Or part of a strip. Get on to harvesting those other two little smaller fields that are ready. I mean, I swear I can feel the weight in the back. I mean, I'm pushing the trigger down and it's like not even. I thought I missed a spot up here. No, I didn't. Alright, I'm going. Go take it back to the house. Yeah, unhook from this and get the tipper. We're going to do a little harvesting. Ooh, that thing, I swear it stops rough. Like it's got something wrong with it. Ugh, wild. That's ridiculous. So I've got a bad head knocking. Oh, adjust some things here real quick. Yeah, I know. I'm probably going to call it. Been going for an hour. I know it's. I'm hoping when they get out here tomorrow, they can get everything sorted out and fixed. Get my TV back up. I miss watching television. Well, it might help if I grab the header with it. Just drove right off from it. I thought it was hooked up. My fault. Yeah. Things we do for people we love. It's weird. I think what we're going to do is we're going to finish up harvesting these other smaller fields, getting them done. I think I'm going to probably pull the plug on this live stream since we've been going for a little over an hour. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed it. Farmer Ben, I look forward to you coming back again. I hope you come back another day. Seeing that the internet is probably starting to tip off off the shelf and act up, I think we're going to call it a day. I'm glad you could join me. If you're out there and you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. If you happen to like this, hit the like button for me. If you want to share this with your friends, please go right ahead. If you want to leave a comment, feel free to. Hit that old notification bell so you'll know that when I'm up and running. I want you to stay safe. I want you to stay healthy. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. And as always, friends and neighbors, happy farming. We'll see you another day. Y'all take care.